Hello everyone, I'm your host Boss Zombie. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Let's go warm our bones by the fire and talk to our friends, I guess? Who are we gonna talk to regarding everything that's going on, I wonder? Maybe Sigurd? Who else would show up here, I wonder? What is happening?
Tove, how have you been?
The fire made me think of the myths and legends Sven loved.
Would you indulge me with a tale? I would be glad to hear of Svartalfheim.
I would not tell it half as well, but his favorite was a fable, to remind us to find meaning in our deeds and not in how others think of us. Svartalfheim was not short of legendary dwarven blacksmiths. Everyone has heard of Ivaldi, of Brucker and Sindri. But this tale is of a stonemason. He lived as far south as he could, where Gulnamar meets Vangrim. His workshop sat upon the shoreline. Obsessed with glory, his love of masonry had all but died. He scoured the shore, seeking precious stones washed up from other realms. Then he saw it. Something beautiful, glittering, shimmering across the water, upon an island he had never dared travel to. He hastily built a boat, working long into the night. He set sail and found many rocks that sparkled and dazzled upon the island. He cried out in joy. To craft anything from such stones, he would be remembered for all time. Then he felt a sudden sting on his foot. Then another, and another. His eyes adjusted to the dark. So consumed was he by his desire for renown, he failed to realize he had walked into a nest of snakes, until it was already too late. And so, clutching the stone that sealed his fate, there he died. Remembered, yes, but only for his folly.
That was a good story.
Fine tale, Toby, and well told. Sven would
Man,
be
the textures
proud.
really don't want to load here. So this is just you get stories from your friends, I guess? Hey! We haven't actually spoken
you
to him
Richard
properly
Wells?
for a while.
Of course. The flames soothe my mind, as do the tales told here.
Do you have one to share, Gunnar? A legend of Svartalfheim.
Aye, a story of a king who could not see the wood for the trees. Reidmar, greatest of dwarven kings. Within his palace in Gulnamar, he wanted for nothing except an heir. Reidmar and his wife had grown old. Perhaps too old. Late one night, consumed with worry, Reidmar walked in the shadow of his vast mountaintop palace, tears in his eyes. "A great king! What ails you?" a voice said. Afraid, Reidmar saw no one. "Who goes there?" he replied. Then he saw who addressed him. A vast and ancient tree, perhaps almost as old as Ymir himself. Raidmar sat upon its roots and told the tree he feared he was too old to give his subjects the legacy they deserved. The tree was so moved, it wept and offered its tears to Raidmar. "Drink, great king," it said, "and your woes shall be washed away." Raidmar observed the grass, the meadows, the leaves of the tree. His subjects' happiness could be seen in how they cared for the land. His legacy was all around him. Raidmar felt at ease, realizing he had everything he needed, and asked that the land receive the tree's gift instead. The tree's happy tears flowed evermore, enriching the land. 9 moons passed, and a baby's cry rang through Raidmar's palace. Long would dwarves place gifts in the weeping tree's roots, in memory of Raidmar and his kindness that shaped all he touched.
All things happen when they should, old friend.
I hope so.
What, is that like an analogy for him wanting a kid?
Eivor! Whatever is the matter? Have you been
Elvis?
spending
Wow,
too
we
much
haven't
time
spoken to
making
Elvis in a
Valka's
long
special
time.
Sauces again?
I am troubled by visions of Odin and of Svartalfheim. They flood my mind without warning, without invitation.
Aha! Which is how Thor flooded Svartalfheim. Thor, fast to act, but not so fast to think, would stomp and thump and fight and bump everywhere he and Mjolnir should go. One day, he fought a giant in Jotunheim with such ferocity that Thor's killing blow was felt through all 9 realms. The ground shook, mountains rose up, hills tore apart, creating canyons, and north of Svaladal, the massive lake that housed the springs of Yggdrasil split open, flooding all of Svartalfheim. The dwarf king, Hreidmar, acted swiftly. He built 3 mighty dams, preventing further damage to his realm, working alongside his beloved subjects. So surprised was one builder to see the great king working as an equal that he slipped, tumbling into the raging waters below. Without hesitation, Hreidmar leapt, once from his horse and again from the center of the dam's lip, diving into the frightful torrent. Before the builder could even cry for help, Hreidmar was pulling him onto dry land. And so 2 giant statues were built to honor the king, one for each leap of unthinking bravery, and stood until the end of days.
Until Ragnarok.
Aye! So you see, actions ripple outward, like a stone falling into a lake. Or like Thor crushing a Jotun skull with Mjolnir.
Affecting everything, whether foretold or unknown.
You know, she doesn't seem to be
I
getting comforted.
fear my tale has only worsened your concerns.
Yeah.
No, a good story is a log that feeds a mind's flame. Thank you, friend.
And what's the last one?
I hear you seek
Hey.
tales of Svartalfheim. You are not alone in your glimpses of the Aesir.
You have seen them too.
No. Only the power the visions hold, and their effect on those once held dear.
You speak of Sigurd.
Do you want my tale or not?
There was a dwarven miner who cared only for his work. Mining was all he knew, all he wanted to know, and all he would ever know. One day, he heard a strange noise. All his long life, working in the northern mines of Vangring, he had never known a boulder to squeak. He ignored it at first, but as the hours passed, the squeaking continued relentlessly. When the miner could take no more, he split the boulder apart with his pick, and then he saw a squirrel. Until now, pinned by the boulder, afraid and tired, the freed squirrel climbed into the miner's long beard and slept for 3 days. When the dwarf awoke the next day, he found fruit and nuts waiting for him. A gift from the squirrel, the first the miner had ever received. Finally, the miner had a friend. The squirrel led the dwarf to a stone hill within a lake. There, the dwarf would fish for supper, while the squirrel played in the trees. One night, watching his fishing line, the dwarf drifted off to sleep, smiling, enjoying the happy squeaks of his friend above. When the sun rose, its light did not find the dwarf, for he had turned to stone, his short-lived bliss captured evermore. And the squirrel? It never left his side, hoping his friend would awaken, just as the miner had waited for the squirrel to do the same. Sigurd, he is not lost to us.
Huh. I think we're out of stories. That one was a little obtuse, I'll be honest. The moral of the story was you become happy and
Every
then...
great story there is truth to be found.
Map?
I wonder what could be found in Svartalfheim in the place they spoke of.
Oh. I guess there's treasure to find. Alright, let's see what's going on here now. I mean, obviously we can't be done with Beyond Fear. We can't be done with the quest line because we haven't dealt with Suter. We haven't seen the proverbial dawn of Ragnarok. You know, that's the whole thing here.
Go, my eyes.
I wonder where we'll pick up from.
This is the spot. Now I need only wait for Volker to arrive.
I will tie your hands now.
What purpose will that serve?
You are too much the warrior, Eivor. You will not recognize your fear until you are helpless before it. Drink.
You say this will bring the vision back. Is that all? You mean to leave me here? Volker! This is... Why must I be tied? Volker?
wolf? No. Her legs aren't tied. Why can't she just stand up?
Untie me! The wolf is coming and I cannot reach my weapon! Valka! Valka! So many. Where did they come from? I have to break these bonds.
Do I? Isn't it the whole point is not to? Ah, I can't, so it doesn't matter.
The more I struggle, the tighter the bonds become. There must be a trick to this. What did Valka say? Give in to it. Be still. It's working. The bonds are loosening. Free. Now for the raving. They fade nightly upon waking. What illusion is this?
Man, they're getting their mileage out of this effect where things disintegrate.
Accursed phantoms! Come then! You'll not find me lacking!
Maybe you have to let them hurt me? No, they're definitely hurting me. Face your fears. I guess I'm just gonna keep fighting. This might just be one of those things where the devs didn't really do a good job with feedback, so you don't know what you're supposed to do. Are they getting bigger?
I saw you on the ice. I am not a child anymore. Curse you! Die! No more will you stalk me!
Why is it fading away?
The wolf is gone. For now. I am ready, Valka. It is time.
Oh, I guess, okay, we're just going to sleep here. Well then. There can't be much left at this point. Everyone except for Suter is dead. Or dealt with in some way or another. Stuck in my gums. Oh, one of these. Suitor and I, we crossed blade once, back when there was nothing to stake but our pride. Of course, one day he and I must fight again. I do not know when nor why. Only that will happen, and when it does, you must stand well clear. I will not risk my most beloved child getting caught in that fray.
Svartalfheim, even after all these eternities away, I still hate the place. Yet it offers me the hope of revenge. Sweetest of morsels. The realm is changed. But this is not Sutra's doing. It is something more. I must find Brokkr and Ivaldi. They'd better still have my Salakar nice and safe.
Huh. Yeah, that's different. The world doesn't seem that different, in all honesty. I'm sure I'm going to go here and that lady's still going to talk about... Wait, this is less foggy than it was before, isn't it? Or is it just the effect isn't loading properly?
What? Has the shelter fallen? These muspels are a plague.
Help us, High One! Save us!
Down! Hold your back!
Yes, yes. One moment while I clear this mess.
Whoa! That guy went flying.
Help! Someone! Anyone!
Thank you. Thank you.
Damn muspels. They came out of nowhere. Where is the Salakar? Have you lost it?
Brokkr left the shelter yesterday before the raid even happened. Took the Salakar with him.
Oh, if Aldi's hair is longer.
Where has he taken it?
Since you went away, he has become erratic. The Salakar, it's all that matters to him now.
You should learn from his example. Now where is he? Where?
The other night, he spoke of exploring the crater of Eitri to seek out more answers.
He takes the Salakar to Sutra's front door.
Wait! Where have you been these past few days?
Oh.
Days. No matter. It is where I go that matters.
And where is that? Eitri?
Wherever I can find vengeance.
Calm yourself, Harvey. Collect your wits. An eye for an eye will leave us all blind.
What do I care of eyes?
Well, I guess we're going to Eitri. That's making me think we're really getting... Well, the name of the mission is The Reckoning, so I bet we're at the end of things. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. Come back, all the next stuff up real soon, but until then, bye.